Boom! Anybody here? Yeah, man! That's your wake-up call. We're here live and direct. Live and direct with the horn. For sure. It's wake-up call. Tap, 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 tap. He's back. What did I mark today? What did I put today? Must be about shining. One will keep unfolding like a mandala, showing our true colors. That's what we need. We need to show our true colors, not be fake. Show our true colors like a mandala in a world that's pretty much black and white or gray, or you can see it the way you want the world. You can see the sky, the color you want. Like every day when you get up, you can choose the color of the sky. Yeah, man. You can. Yeah, yeah. Life is beautiful, people. We're back. Live and direct. Yeah, yeah. No, it's to unfold. It's to unfold, you know, and the unfolding is not going to happen from one day to another. We got to be conscious of that. You know, you got to unfold. And the removing of the mask also, it's gradual. I think it's not something, you know, anything you do, you don't want to be too drastic because you're going to freak out. Because you're going to freak out and you're not going to follow through. But if you put like little goals at the time every day to become better than you were yesterday, I think it's you're in business. Like if every day I show up here and my goal is to be more alive, you know, it's just to be more alive, to feel more alive. I just want to feel more alive, you know, it's to feel more alive every day. That's what I want. And that's what I'm getting by coming here. I feel alive. I feel like I'm waking up. Anybody here? Live and direct. And once we get in touch with the core of our being, I think once we really want to seek and find, we will find. But it's a matter of wanting to seek and find. Like, you know, we should all unfold like a mandala, showing our true colors to the world and not be in fear and not hold back of any thoughts or any, just act free, like you're free. Me, I don't think freedom is such a huge deal to attain. Personal freedom is just we need a lot of focus on the journey. But personal freedom is something that it's an aim for pretty much everyone, is to be free. What's the main motivation of humankind, of us here? What our main motivation is to be free. Free of obsession, free of self-obsession, free of self-obsession especially, free of past hurt, anxieties, and all that. To be in the moment, and experience it. Sorry. Yeah, to be in the moment, to experience it. And Bozo is here, of course. For you, Bozo. Wake up call. It's time. Run our own race. No, don't go in the rat race. Run your own race. And it's not so much a race. you know, to, personal freedom and self-realization. And I think this is all the base of this is to self-realize who you are. Why are we here for? Like, why am I here for if it's not to realize all the greatness I have and then share it with the world? Because I want to create a shift within myself that will allow me to, you know, to just rise to the level of greatness that I want, to the next level of greatness. I think that's very important to have that in mind, the next level of greatness always, and to focus on this, to focus on your stuff. Never mind Babylon and all the evil stuff. To focus on your thing. That's what we need to focus on. Stop following others. Let's stop following others and be like followers. You know, we should all be leader in the house of the rising sun. I don't know if he rise, but that's another thing. Is the sun rising? I think the sun is more coming our way, and the sun is coming and going. The sun is coming and going more than rising and setting. I don't think it's. I think it's just a vision effect. But even that, when I see the sun standing right in front of me on the horizon, even that is sometimes very confusing, because why do I always face the sun if it's you know? That's where I'm telling you the definitions and all the stuff that we get online concerning reality sometimes is just explanation, definition. It's not really reality. It's not what you experience. So it's important to, you know, use our eyes to have our own experience. Someone told me yesterday in the comment that they saw the curve from the surface of the earth. They sent me a comment. They said, here's the curve from the surface of the earth. I have a good watch. He said, I don't need a video. I shouldn't need a video to see any curve if there is. I should see it with my eyes. Whether I'm in the airplane or wherever, I should see the curve. So if there's none, it's a mathematical curvature that we hang on to. We hang on to the fantasy. We love that. We love the fantasy, and we love being also not thinking for ourselves. During that time, we don't think for ourselves. You know, when we have constantly definitions coming to us and about reality, we don't even need to think for ourselves. That's what happened. But if you discard everything and go back to square one, which is the best, that's what I suggest. You know, think for yourself. You have a brain. You have that capability, that ability to think for yourself. It's not because you're not capable. We can all think for ourselves without anybody in our heads. Not even me. Don't even put me in your head. Think for yourself. That's what I want here. I want all of us to think for ourselves, to get to that point of having our own original thought, you know, detoxing from all the nonsense. You know, no nonsense here. You know, we detox from the nonsense, from all the evil world of Babylon, and we detox from that, and we keep our vibes pure and clear. Pure and clear. Clean is another thing. Clean, we're cleaning it up. We're cleaning the trash, but we can keep it clear. We can keep our vision clear on what we have to do here, you know, and take our responsibility. It's a lot about responsibility. It's nothing else but responsibility. What I'm doing here is I'm just taking my responsibility and acting as a mature man here on earth and speaking my heart. Like, what else do I have? I don't see any other thing that I can do with my life right now than doing this. That give a great sense of meaning to my life, and also it kills the pain. So it helped me kills the pain because it keeps my vibes very, very on a high. I want to stay on a high, you know. I want to stay on a high, and not with weed. I want to stay on a high vibration. That's the high we should get. You know, we shouldn't need anything external to attain some kind of high in life. With that's what society pretends, that you get high with dope. I never got high with dope. I got high doing this. This gives me a high vibration, and that's what we need. You know, I don't need to be high to be outside of the here and now. I never do that. I'm never high to a point that I can't sense the present. You know, you don't want to be intoxicated to the point you can't sense reality. But there's so much substance out there. You can abuse any substance in Babylon, and you'll be signing out. You will gladly sign out of reality. That's what substance abuse is there for. That's why we abuse substance, because we're misaligned also. Misalignment, cover the misalignment. You know, we then abuse substance. And I don't know. We don't need nothing external. We need ourselves. We need ourselves to be present. That's pretty much it. We can talk about all kinds of stuff. But we need to be present. We need to be one with the moment. And the moment we can, just realize how great we are, greater than great also. It's just not, no, these are just words. That's again a definition. Tell us we're great. I think there's no truly word to truly describe us, how wonderful and divine and perfect in the body. Like the body's crafted to perfection. Can say the opposite. We're all super, I've been roaming around here trashing the body for so many years, and I'm still here, alive like never before. So the body is crafted to perfection. We just have to work on our being. I don't like the soul or whatever. I think the living soul is when you become old with you. Once you become, you remove the mask, or it's hard to locate the soul. Like I don't know. These are things that I think is the core of your being. It's we all have the different perspective of seeing things, and that's okay. Me, I have my way of explaining things. You have your own way, and that's what we should embrace. Just who we are, embrace who we are, and accept who we are. We have problem with acceptance, where many of us are in avoidance, and that's what we have to get rid of. The demon of avoidance. Not avoid our greatness, not postpone our greatness, not shrink anymore. I'm not here to shrink. I am here to rise each and every day and give thanks for life, especially give thanks. Like I'm just alive, and I do something that makes me feel alive. I think that's the best thing we should all do, is find what makes us feel alive. If it's music, if it's art, if it's speaking, if it's whatever it is, pottery, wherever you do that makes you feel alive, do it, because that's what you need to feel alive. And that's what we don't, because our minds are so busy constantly chained to the rhythm of life that we're not even sensing what's going on right around us. I never sensed it. I never asked question with nature, like just the shape of that's in nature, the points and all this stuff. Like I've never looked at nature very deeply. We look with I don't know, not really open eyes. I don't know. There's something. There's like a veil or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain how I felt before and how I feel now. From I don't know, having a greater perspective on life is not seeing the truth or anything. The truth is something you live. You just have you just open your eyes to life. You just open your eyes and start asking questions and thinking for yourself. Like I said, it's not so much an awakening, because I'm waking up every morning that I get to put the work in motion. So yeah. People! Yeah, man! Live and direct! Yeah. Time to wake up. That's a big one. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just to do what you have to do. We're all called at one. There's also come a point in your life where you have enough of the nonsense. For me, I was just at the point that I had enough sitting in front of the TV. Also, I was getting bored in front of the TV at one point. So I was getting that insight inside me that was telling me to get away from those vibes. I remember that 4 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe I stopped watching that nonsense. And believing all that nonsense too. It's not just you don't just watch it, you absorb everything that's there and you think it's real, and then you go out into the world and you have those fears and something hitting the earth, and like a big meteorite's gonna come and hit the earth and we're all gonna be destroyed in a flash. And that always been on my head. The fact that they were putting us on the ball in a vast cosmos with all kinds of stuff potentially hitting the earth. That's been always in my head when I was a bit more sleeping. But now that I realize that we live in love and grace, nothing's gonna destroy the earth. The earth is the heart. Is the heart. So nothing. The earth is all that there is. I've never seen anything else in a way by experience. And I have a telescope and some kind of stuff to look, and it's just the earth is probably all there is. That's what I feel today. I don't feel like I'm in the vast nonsense universe with millions and so nonsense, so nonsense. The whole thing is so nonsense, but where the thing is the lie and the deception is so huge that we can't even see it. That's what we do with nature. We can't even sense nature. We can't sense the people around us. We can't sense reality. We're desensitized. That's what I found. I was desensitized from sensing, from having an experience. Now that I have more of an experience, because first of all, I have less fear. Not that I have get rid of all of them. I still have something coming to me sometime that, I have to deal with. But that's an everyday battle. You don't wake up in a flash and become super human. Like we should all be our own superhero. That's what we should be, and we have the capability to do that. We can make a great accomplishment of our life if we want. The moment you decide to be something more than you were the day before, you're just going to constantly jump into that rhythm, jump into that habit, and you're just going to become better and better. That's what I'm doing here. Every day I want to be not better than myself. I'm not in no competition with no one. My goal is not to compete anyone, or I'm just want to speak my heart and share the love that I have within my heart and with all my brothers and sisters the most possible. If I can touch your heart in some way, it's very hard today to touch people's heart because of the confusion and the twisted mind and the ego and stuff. So if you can succeed touching people's heart, keep doing it. That's my advice to you. If that's what we have to get to, is the heart of people, and that they come out with that heart of gold, because we all have a heart of gold. We all have, come on, an enormous amount of love in our heart. I cannot conceive it's just because we put a veil on the love, we put a veil on everything, we put a veil. We're so shy with life, so shy and so much. And I think it's the shyness and this, we're scared, we're tired, all this comes and affects us also in our everyday life, for sure. The system puts a lot of pressure. Once you start eliminating a bit of that pressure and, just, I don't know, getting back to a more, I don't know if there's a more balance rhythm. Yeah, man. So witness and or observer, aware of being aware of being aware. That's very important, and that's also gonna expand your awareness. It's not something that is fixed, so it's very joyful. It's a great experience to expand your awareness of who you are. There's nothing, I never felt so good in my life, not because of I'm boosting my ego with some kind of stuff. I'm very low profile. I stay here, I don't. I just want to speak. I just want to speak and practice. So I don't need to have to me, having an audience of 1 or having an audience of 100 is not changing so much. Public speaking in front of 1 person or 5,000 is public speaking. So it's just sometimes we freeze because of maybe the level of vibration. More people there is, the more vibe there is, the more, so maybe that affect you for sure. It affects me. But it's not something that I don't, like I said, it's not about the fame. It's about the work and what we have to do here. So it's just about doing your thing and waking up to who you are and what you, just be you. Just be you. Forget everybody. Forget all stereotypes. Everybody that told you, just be you. Just be you. Go back to the naked state and just relearn everything. And that also brings a lot of joy, because then suddenly the mystery is back to life. You suddenly find more mystery with life, find more joy, find more meaning, find more, all the stuff that I haven't found before. I found a lot of things here that I had never found before, because I seek for it. So if you seek, you will find. All you need is here. It's possible that we came here and we don't have if we have the ability to think of something, we have the ability to make it come to life. Come on. That's what we are, creators, co-creators. So for sure we can create, look at what we have done with the world. So it's just to put our minds to it. And we came here with the ability with a great ability to rise, to rise from the dead. We should not stay on the dead state. We are here to experience life to the fullest, for sure. Not to be, come on, we shouldn't sign out of our lives. There's no way. It's not about signing out. We should not sign out. We should be present in each and every moment, and being aware, and constantly unfolding your true colors day after day. Don't stress with that. I don't stress coming here. No? I just do my thing. You don't have to like it. You don't have to watch it. If you're there, that's good. But I just come here to practice, not to brainwash anybody or to just doing my thing, because I know it's very confused, the world out there. So it's just to I don't know, like doing your thing, most of it, doing your thing, staying focused, and for sure. The story is not gonna change so much from one day to another. My story is my story. That's what's happening. My experience with life is what I share with you here. Sometimes there's days that are super super high. Some other, but it's rare that I have low highs. Just maybe when, but even that, I have downsized my consumption in a lot of stuff. So I'm not too stressed out with life. No, life. I don't want life to stress me out anymore. The rat race is not for me. I leave that to other people. They want to be in the rat race. It's no, that's not for me anymore. I just realized that synchronizing with nature was a much better option than be in the rat race and constantly chase an illusion world of material and stuff like that. Oh, so nonsense. Yesterday I was watching a video of Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. I happened to scroll on YouTube, on Facebook, and it came and see that guy with all the freaking material around it. It's so sick. It's sick, but that's what they promote, and that's what they promote. And you think it's, see the guy sitting in his Bentley, or I don't know what kind of toy he has, but he has so many cars. They show him with a whole bunch of money, so selfish, so selfish. He could do something with his money to help people, at least. Maybe he does, but I know he's wasting a lot of dollars on nonsense. So I was very like, that's the world we have. That's the world we have. Greedy, selfish, and especially corporations. It's all about ego. It's all about it. So, well, yesterday someone on Facebook put a post and I commented on it. She said, "What's the biggest problem in the world today?" I said, ego. Ego and self-obsession. That's pretty much what's at the base of all of our trauma, is the ego-based trauma, and that's one of the biggest problem in the world today. Once we dissolve that ego that we all so hang on to like crazy, things are gonna change. When you're no more into self-obsession, we're all into self-obsession. We have to be conscious of that. Yesterday I posted a video of a paper that Arthur wrote, and I was reading it, and for sure we're all a bit caught up into ego and self-obsession, but it's not to let it govern our life. Like, I don't want to let this govern my life, and I'm not self-obsessed. I'm not but I'm conscious that I'm here, that I'm living. So I have to express that life also. It's not about self-obsession. It's about expressing the life that you have within you. And, come out with love, not with anything else but love. Fill yourself with love. Fill yourself with love and go in the world. That's my advice. Fill yourself with love and go in the world and speak your heart. Let the meditation of your heart be the words from your mouth. Piggity! Boom! Piggity! You know Piggity? Perfect Gidmani? Yeah. Perfect Gidmani. Yeah. Great, man. Yeah, no, there's listen, me, whatever you do to elevate this world, whatever we do together to elevate this world, we should very, very much respect each other, especially if you start coming out and going in the world. But sometimes there's so much bad minds out there that if you focus on them, it's going to take you out also. It's very important to, you know what you know. It's about knowing. It's about not about believing. And it's about knowing. And I'm okay knowing that I don't know some stuff, and that's okay. I just wants to have the experience. If you don't want to have the experience, you're gonna seek knowledge and knowledge and knowledge from other people all the time if you don't want to have the experience yourself. But if you want to have an experience with life yourself, with your own thinking, with your own being, you're not going to be so much looking for a guru or a people like that to instruct you with life. You're going to go out into the world and you're going to discover the world by yourself, not with anybody in your head. That's what we should do with life. Life is our teacher. It shouldn't just be the lies in school and stuff like that, and society and the TV. And life is our teacher, and we have to get in touch with life to teach us something also. That's what I've realized. It's good that life is my teacher, but what is life? I got to get in touch with life. Life is much bigger than my life. I've realized that life was much bigger than my life, and I had to get in touch with it. But it's not just to touch it and to no. You want to have a firm grip on life. You want to have a firm grip on life, because anything that you have a firm grip on, you're not gonna let go. And if you hold on to life, and that's your most precious asset that you have, you're never gonna let go. That's what I have is life. I don't care about anything else, about materials. What I have is life. As long as I have life here on earth, I will use it. And that's not self-obsession. That's just using the life that I have. To me, being caught up in self-obsession, it can become a huge problem. It can prevent you from connecting with people also on a deep level. You don't want to be self-obsessed to the point that you cannot create connection with people. You want to create connection and sharing. And, if you're caught up in self-obsession and ego, it's very hard sometimes to connect and to... that's what I find. I have a bit of problem sometimes having a connection with people that are caught up into and that I see it on Facebook. On Facebook, you can see the ones that you can see easily. Go check on the Facebook of someone, you'll see the level of self-obsession and ego and the fear, and you can sense anything. That's a social. They know it. They know everything. That's a social experiment, and I use it too to how can I say that? To figure out people. Before I go into, some kind of further relation, I just analyze stuff. I analyze stuff because it's very easy to read people. It's easy to read people if you're in tune with yourself. If you're in tune with yourself, it's going to be very easy to read others. But if you don't know who you are, or you want to know the neighbor, or we're all, it's not because I'm different than the guy in front. It's just I might be a little bit more aware and wanting to know more. Like wanting to know more about who I am and doing the work to conquer the fears and all this. But it's just because I put work in motion. I'm not different internally than the guy in front of the name. We're all here very, very divine. It's just some of us are realizing it and some others prefer to be distracted. That's all. They prefer to be distracted, and that's all it is. It's either the world of distraction or the world of greatness or the dream of life, or call it whatever you want. But it's either you fall in distraction in life or you fall into your dream life. And let go of those me. I realize in a way that but when you're younger, you want to be you feel like this is real. Like you feel like the sports on TV is real. Like you don't realize the competition, the self-obsession, because you're caught up in it yourself. So it's very hard to see it in the world. But the moment me and Arthur started to do those reflection together, I'm like, yeah, for sure. That's the main one of the main problem in the world today is our self-obsession and ego. Come on, that's what we see everywhere in individuals and corporations. Everywhere it's ego-based trauma. So let go of the ego. Very important. Dissolving the ego, so we can return to a more peaceful vibe. You know what I mean? Peaceful vibe. Boom! Boom! The tugboat! Yeah, man. The steamer ship! The steamer ship! swim out to that ship and pull it in. Don't wait for the ship to come in. Don't wait for the ship to come in. We're all waiting. We're all on pause, waiting and hoping that someone's gonna come and rescue us. That's the thing. Also, I've been waiting for someone to rescue me pretty much all my life, thinking that, not really trusting the government and stuff like that, but thinking that something was gonna come and save me or just fall on my lap and I was gonna, have the dream life, be in touch with life. But I realized that it's not the way it works. If you don't want to, you have a body, like I said, you have arms, legs, it's to be in motion, it's to move. That's your job here. Your job is to put things in motion, to create, to use your brain, to reflect, to do good, to be good, that's just do normal stuff. We're not here to invent all kinds of nonsense. We're here to be in touch, grounded with life. But now we're lost into so much fantasy that the whole world is gone astray, pretty much into fantasy, into nonsense. So it's up to us, people, that detach ourselves from the nonsense and start sensing reality a bit more to share it with others. So that's they can just say, me, it was just, I didn't, when I realized all this nonsense, the moment I realized it was, when a video about flat earth came and popped in my face. I'm like, yeah, for sure, they lie about everything. They must lie about the shape of the earth, because I've done other research that brought me there. But it was very clear because, I knew that the whole thing was very, very upside down. And it's not something hard for me to, when you're brainwashed and indoctrinated all your life and you never have, you always fit in, you cannot conceive that the world you live in is a lie. You cannot. And I understand why some people don't get it because of the level of indoctrination. Me, I've been a rebel all my freaking life, as far as I remember. Always been a rebel, always been never fit in. So for me, it was instantaneous. That I got it right away. There was no questions asked, because I knew that I first of all, I had experience with the nonsense also with Babylon. If you have never experienced their nonsense, the police, the court, all their nonsense, you probably think nothing is crooked and everything is there for a purpose. But I'm not saying that it's not a good thing to have police or stuff. I expressed myself on that before. But it's just the way it's run, the way it's intrusive in our life. Anyway, me, I've realized that because I had to deal with them. But if you don't deal with Babylon, you're probably going to think it's all fucking unicorn and rainbows out there. That's what you're going to think. You're going to think like a child. You're going to stay a baby all your life. That's what it is, Babylon. We're all babies that doesn't wake up. That's what it is. We're all on the infant state of Babylon still. It's not because you're 40, 50 that, to me, the age means fuck all. Fuck all, because I meet people that are 50, 60-year-old, 70 that are dead. And that's the moment you should be more alive. As you grow, as you expand, as you become older. As you become older, you don't become old, but you become older, you should grow in life. You should, take on more responsibility with life also. You're not a kid no more. You're not a kid no more. You're like 40-something years old or whatever age you are. So you should take a greater responsibility with life. That's what I think it's all about. But we're all so baby, so infant in Babylon. That's what it is, Babylon. We're all, don't wake the baby. Don't wake the babies. They're sleeping. We're all sleeping in our crib, in our little cage of babies. Until we break out from that and start maturing and start looking at things and say, hey, who I am? Who am I? Where are we? What is this whole thing about? What's life about? We all have these questions, not because no one is lost. No one is lost. It's just we're all on different journeys. Like my bro Suba just says. Hey, we're all on different journeys. No one is lost. It's just that some are maybe on a different exact stage. Like I think, and it goes by stages, whether you see it the way you want. It goes by stages. I'm at the point I am in this life, or I don't know. To me, I don't sense like there was any other life before. But I feel the present moment. It's hard to say that I've been here for thousands of years and I am a roaming soul. And no, to me, I'm here and now. That's all I know. And that's all I need to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to get lost in thoughts that I was here 3 life before or 4 life after, or I'm here and now. But that's what we miss. That we're so disconnected with all kinds of especially the present moment. Because we think, we have all kinds of stuff that take us out of the moment. The moment you're out of the moment, to me, it's a no-no. Because then you don't feel nothing. You want to feel things, and to feel things, we have to be present. And that's what I'm working on, to be more present with you here, with life. With life in general, be one with life. That's what we got to be, one with life, one with the moment. Life is all of us. But life is also nature. It's the animals. It's everything. The rivers, the trees, the sun, the stars, everything. But no, we put division and separation and everything. So then we're all lost, and we look into our plate and we can't even see the dead cadavers in our plates. We call it meat, just to dissociate of the trauma. It's fucking the whole thing's a bloodshed. Wake up. But anyway, me, I see it the way I see it, but it's clear to me that I don't associate myself today with any blood rituals. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. So that's my state of mind, because I know it's going to lower the vibe. It's just lower the vibe. I prefer eat stuff alive to preserve the vibe and keep the health, keep the health. But I don't want nothing acid. I eat a bit of acid sometimes. I told you I have some rechutes sometimes. But I try to minimize those rechutes and really stay on the... I'm not perfect. I have my temptation too. And that's what Babylon is full of, temptation for the babies to fall in it. My feeling is what is more important than the object is a space around them. When we have discovered is that you remove the context from anything, you can't understand what you're looking at. For the moment, if you discover the mysteries of space between things, you can be original. Exact. I think that's a good thing you say there. It's like the space also between our thoughts. That's probably the place where you can exit that matrix is between your thoughts. Everything is on that plane of inertia, like Santos was explaining, the plane of inertia. That's why probably our brain is separated in two inside. That I saw I saw a brain. It's like in left and right. It's very fragile too. It's such a beautiful, you wouldn't think that you're able to think with that. You're able, when you look at this, look at the brain. Go look at the video of a doctor opening a brain and explaining everything. I saw it the other day on Facebook, and I found that. I was like, wow, that's in my head. It's like that I'm able to think, to see, to imagine, to remember, to all in there. Like, I was like, oh, that's so wonderful. But this is what I want to hold on, I'm going to close the door. I'm getting kind of cold there. He's back. Oh, I was getting a bit cold. He's back. Wake up, people. That's how we roll. Yeah, man. Greatest mentor in my life. Arthur Cadieux, I'll check him. Oh, it's your professor from high school, you said, from college. Yeah, me too. There's people that really, there is people that gonna come on your path in life that's really gonna... There's people you will never forget. People you will never forget because they have marked you on such a deep level. I have people like that. I have one of my teacher in high school. What was his name? Jean Ross. Jean Ross. Oh, that guy left a great impact on me. I still can remember him today. Great man. Big up, Jean. Big up, Jean. Yeah. There's people like that, especially in school. There's teachers that's gonna Yeah, okay. What they, but they don't know. They don't know. People don't know. If they would know, they teach lies. Come on, they've been brainwashed just like us. It's the whole thing is such a brainwash that we cannot even see it. So I don't think people are teachers are deliberately knowing and teaching lies. I don't think they would do that. Nobody in their right conscience and their right state of mind would accept lies. That's what we have to do. If we want to erase the lies in our society, we must start speaking truth. We must start. Some of us have to wake up and speak truth. I have no choice to do that. I'm fed up of the lies. So how am I erasing the lies? By starting to speak truth and live the truth that I feel. That's how we will erase the lies. We're all fed up of the lies and deception and our children being lied to in school. And it's all like it's a big insult to our intelligence. And we're being dumbed down. We're being dumbed down by a society that do not care about us. So it's up to us to wake up and build a society that where everyone has a chance to succeed in life, to be successful, to have a greater perspective on themselves. Hold on. Boom. He's back. Nose problem. Okay, it's better. I can breathe now. The past is to look back on and learn from, not fuck up again. The future is just that never here, but a dream creates space to bring in. The now is gone to so constant, just breath, never lost arm. Fraud, that's it. So amazing that we are designed the same inside. Yet we can't seem to agree on most things. Stunning. Yeah, that's it. And that's very interesting because we're all designed the same inside. Look, we all have the same brain, the same biological equipment to make sense of reality. But we all have a different perspective of reality. But we all have the same biological equipment. Explain that to me. How can we have such a different vision of what is reality as a whole? That because we all have none of us is other the animals might have a different vision, different, but I think it's probably more real, or I don't know. They seems to be more accomplishing their sacred mission than us anyway, the animals. So maybe they have a better vision. They're not so blind. They're not so blind. If not, but even though they attack each other, sometimes I see stuff between animals. Pretty fucking wicked. The lions attacking gazelles and stuff. They go after like it, but I think it's not our job anyway to decimate nature. I don't think that's nature. Nature will take care of nature, and I don't think you can really reason a lion. When a lion is hungry, he's hungry, and he goes for his prey. That's what it is. But that's the life of a lion. I don't think I have the art of a lion, but I don't have the life of a lion. I have a life of a conscious man. I have a conscious man here to do good. So it's not associated with harm, but that's our part to realize also that we're not here to harm things, to harm people, to harm animals, to harm anything. We're here to love, to be love. Could you be love and be love? Wake up call, people! Oh, man. I don't know. It's just to be you. Be you in the world with that. Just try it. At least try it. Try it. It's good to try stuff, and at least, like, I'm not gonna die with my song inside this time. That's what I tell myself. Yesterday I was doing a little reflection again, and I was saying to myself, I say, yeah, at least I won't die with my song inside, and I can I have a greater vision of myself, greater vision of who I am. Gives me a lot of strength, because I've never thought I could do this. Just doing this to me, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I remain humble, but I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I'm very inspired. But that's why also it pushes me to do more, because I see I can see the greatness, coming out day after day, and just us also being more focused, more alive. Just the chat coming more alive. And that's your energy, that's your part, and you're creating a great environment with the chat, Now we have what, 9 viewers live. So we're growing, and the family is growing, and it's not to because I'm the guru. No, 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 no. I'm not even here. Forget about me. I'm just the voice. I'm just the voice on the channel, but you are as important as me here. We're all very, very important, just like we're all very important in the divine plan. We're all very important in the divine plan. We all have a great mission. We should all have develop a sense of mission with life so much. That's what we miss, that sense of mission, that sense of pride with our life, with our, and just we're so shy. Because we're shy, we're in fear, and most of us live our fear. I realized I was living my fear, but then you start liberating yourself, and you realize, hey, whoa, everything that I always desired, always wanted, it was right there. It was right there. It's just by fear of what other people think of me. Most of it, like what other fear doing. What fear could I have of doing this, and other than what people think of me? Or be concerned. It's not a fear, it's more a concern. It's not so much a fear of what people think of you. I'm not afraid of that, but it's a concern. We get concerned with things that doesn't matter. We get concerned with things that really don't matter, that really have no relevancy in our life. Like it has absolutely nothing to do with my life. Whatever you think, it's not what I think. So, and I don't know what people think in their head. So me assuming things takes me out. So, it's just nonsense. Nature is brutal. The cat got a bird yesterday. Yeah, nature is brutal sometimes. Yeah, nature is brutal. Yeah, I agree with you. Breakthrough is coming. Stay positive. We must stay positive. So amazing that, yeah. No, it's very important that we stay alive. We stay alive. Also, look at the world, how crazy it is. Look at those evil people, what they do with the people, with our brothers and sisters, confusing them with so much terrorist terror, so much terror and fear. That's what they do. That's what they want. They want us to live in fear. So that's what they do. Me, it's clear to me. I've seen that before a bit, the terror thing and the government being the terrorist, that I've seen it. It's not something that came flashing to me in 9/11 and all this. I was already looking into it and trying to make sense of it. Once you unplug from the TV and you go on YouTube, you find a lot of information. Also, a lot of people reflecting, that are not accepting the official story and start to reflect, say, hey, it could be something else. And then they start to reflect, and just 9/11 is a very, very good example. And yesterday I was going to pick up Kim, and the fire truck was there. I look on the fire truck, 9/11. 9/11, dial 911. It's everywhere. They tell us it's them. It's everywhere. 9/11, we died 911. And all this 9/11 dialing thing in the States came in service the same year that the 2 towers were built. It's the same year it came in effect. So they knew that those 2 towers were going down on 9/11. They knew it because of the astral alignment and all that shit. So the whole thing, once you start, that's one major piece that to make sense of, is especially, but a lot of people, a lot of young people today, that's the thing we forget. And adults, we forget, we're brainwashed, so we don't put the younger generation in touch with what happened really in the past, the real history. We like to confuse them and give them nonsense. So we're all lost in nonsense. We're all lost in nonsense and thinking that the government is there to help us, to save us. Yeah, they're going to save us big time. Yeah. I don't think so, but anyway, that's I don't think it's there to I don't think they will like, there's some stuff that the government do that but again, that's their evil, that's their construct. They give check to people. I was gonna say they give check to elderly people and disabled people, and that's the part when someone was saying yesterday, also on Facebook, I read something in the was saying, I like to read stuff on Facebook. I don't comment a lot, but I read the comments. I like to go in sections, and like when there's a big post, I like to go in there and just read the comments and analyze. I don't need to comment. I know the truth. I know that I know who I am, so I don't need to prove myself and go in comments. Sometimes I just put 2-3 words, and I'm not into debating and to proving myself to another or having a bigger ego than another. I don't give a shit. But I like to go and read the comments, and that can be inspiring. Also, sometimes there's people writing good stuff, but it's just to make sense of it on your own, with your own thinking. But yeah, no, sometimes I see, and what I was going to say, what I've seen this time, the guy, what? I forgot it. I forgot what I was going to say. Sing, 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 sing all day long, for sure. Keep your vibes up. Elevate till you levitate. That's the best. You must elevate till you levitate. But elevate, it's elevating your vibration. Go on a high. Be on a high. High vibes. High vibes. And again, high vibes is not because you're going to suddenly shake. You're not going to start shaking on a high vibration. You're just going to express more who you are. Day after day, minute after minute, every second of the day, you become more alive, more aware, more, I don't know, it's something that is ongoing. And it takes timing. Takes timing. It's not going to happen from one day to another. So it's a long journey. It's a long journey, but you got to be willing to take the journey also to starve the distraction. And that's something I'm really willing to keep doing, is starving the distraction and not let the nonsense get to me. I have enough of nonsense. I want to know I'm seeking reality, baby. Yeah, yeah. Seeking reality in a world that's full of confusion and illusion. It's going to be it's a great comment, but what else do I have? What else am I going to do? Tell me. If it's not seeking reality, or like, it's not so much seeking because reality is there. Like stuff is there. Like nothing have changed from the day I was dormant and the day I woke up. It's the same world. The sun still shines and the stars are there and the moon and all the divine stuff. Is just that never looked at it from a point of divine, of divinity, and then like seeing more the vibration in it. It's just we like the low vibes and everything is defined, so we stick to the definition and we I don't know. Let go of everything. Go back to square one. Relearn everything is the best. Be okay with not knowing too. We don't need to know everything one shot instantly. And anyway, the stuff you need to know to grow and to progress in your journey is going to come gradual. Gradually, you're going to get insights from people, from life, from nature. You're going to get insight that's going to make you grow. That's going to make you reason a bit more. That's going to put you more and more in touch with who you are, if you're in tune with that vibration, with that divine vibes. But it's outside this nonsense overlay. It's not, to me, it's a very much it's not into their material illusion and all this that I can find serenity and be more kind and develop kindness. And I think it's just really by I don't know, going back to square one. Very important. That's what I've done, and from that day I said, "Oh, I'm gonna grow now. I'm gonna decide to try to lift my voice. I'm still trying to lift it to a level that that can inspire me to stay on that level and maybe inspire others. Maybe." Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing here. If I get to your heart, probably some of you I must have got to your hearts if you keep coming back here. That's for sure, and that's good because that's what we need to, seek that beautiful art and we all have it. If I can help you find it, if I can help you in some way and maybe share my experience, and you can all relate pretty much to my experience. I'm here on earth like you. That's not much different. I've worked all my life like a dog, and like pretty much all of you here. And I don't have a silver spoon in my mouth. It's fucking hell every day. I have pain, this and that. So our life is not different. I deal with the nonsense of Babylon just like you. I have temptation. I don't have addiction. I'm not an addictive personality. I don't have addiction at all. I'm not in That's not something that's never been to me. That's, I think, part of your personality when you have addiction, when you smoke cigarette, when you that's because you have an addictive personality. Like there's people that's gonna get addict on substance very easily. Like some others, like me, I have smoked cigarettes when I was younger, but I never liked it. Like I never got addicted to it. And even a point, I was going in bars, drinking beer with my friends and stuff, and I was smoking like close to a pack. Like I used to like. I remember I used to like to drink beer and smoke, but I've never got that addictive personality. But some people, because of the misalignment is so profound that they need those substances to cover that misalignment, and that's what we have to liberate ourselves from. Too, very important, and not to abuse substance and shit like that. It's full in Babylon. That's all there is. The sugar is a substance you can abuse. Too. You can abuse food. You can abuse junk food. Not only drugs. There's all kinds of stuff you can abuse. Pharmacy, medicine, and it's weird. And it's weird in the word pharmacy. There's the word arm. Pharmacy. There's the word arm in there. Huh? I don't know. They don't want to hurt you. Come on. They want your good. I've been contemplating the idea of personalities, a curiosity. God and the universe will answer our prayers. For sure, this world's gone crazy, so full of liars, some lyrics for one of my songs. Yeah, it's full of there's so many deceivers out there. So many deceivers out there, and they're on YouTube too. And the people, you think they're not deceiving you, they're deceiving you too. You got to be very careful. That's why I'm telling you, I don't buy anything I tell you here. Think for yourself. Just come and share the vibes and, just get the energy. That's what I want you to get from me. But don't think like me. Think for yourself. Think, I'm not a guru. I'm not a savior. I'm not nothing of that. I'm just a man on a journey, sharing his stuff. But if that can inspire you, if that can give you some kind of fire or ignite some kind of fire, way to go. That's it. But we all should think for ourselves, develop our own living soul, and that's very important. Me, that's my way to do it. I chose this way. That's one thing people should respect. Sometimes we're very disrespectful with each other also. So that's my way. If you can call me a YouTube junkie or whatever, but there's junk food junkie, there's a conspiracy junkie, there's church junkies, there's all kinds of me. That's the way I chose. We should all respect our ways for what we do and not judge each other. That's the one thing we do. We assess and judge each other constantly. So nonsense. So nonsense. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I'm letting you go, and I'll be back probably diving solo this weekend too on the Truman Show. Probably gonna dive solo. We'll see. But I dive solo every day here, so it's just a different channel. It's the same guy, same speech, same. I dive solo every morning here. So people that want to find me at one point, they will say, "Hey, where's Truman? Where's Truman? Why is not here?" But listen, the channel is there. It's written Motivation Academy. All you got to do is open your freaking eyes and click on it, and you'll find me if you want to find me. I don't feel the need to play ping pong between both channels. I go to Truman Show when I have someone that I want to hang out with to interact with someone. But diving deep solo, yeah, I've done it a few times because I had to. But I've said what I had to say pretty much. Like, I don't know. If you want to find me, I'm here. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes people also are just many just look for sensational stuff and distraction and to be distracted. And YouTube is a big distraction. So I know some of us are stuck in this kind of a situation, reality, and we just can't let go. Can't let go of the fantasy. It's hard to let go of the fantasy. I understand that. I'm not blaming anyone here. It's hard to let go of the fantasy, but it's possible. It's possible to let go of the fantasy, to live a more real life, more in touch with reality, with who you are, with the greatness, with the higher vibration, the high that we should be on, not with weed or anything. You shouldn't need that to be on that high. High is a natural thing. You're on a high natural. You don't need no substance, nothing to put you on a high. You should be on a high naturally. Naturally, when you wake up and not with coffee or anything, you should be on the high. You should not be buzzed out on any substance to be high. You should be high with life at all time, high vibration. And for that, you need to harvest, you need to nurture, nurture those vibrations. Very, very important. So with this, with all the love in my heart and all my might and will, I'm letting you go. Ease out. See ya tomorrow. Big up, Leslie. Another wake-up call for Leslie. Hold on. For you, Leslie. Queen Leslie. Ha! Yeah, man. So, big hug, everyone. Big kiss. Kiss you all, the girls and the boys. I give you a hug. But I love you all very much, and that's it. Thanks, dear. It's my pleasure. Leslie, you have a great vibe, Leslie. I feel something strong for you. I told you. You're very, you have a great mind. You know, it's not the person so much. It's the vibration of people that I get that are very, very, and then, again, we're just, no one is lost. We're all on different journeys. So it's just to get together and share the vibe, share life. You know, whatever I know, whatever I'm aware of has nothing to do with creating beautiful relationships like what we do here. The goal of coming here is to create relationships with other people. That's what we do here. That's what I need. I need some, the stuff I talk about here. I can only come on YouTube to talk about it. It's so an inverted world. No one wants to hear about it. So I have to come on YouTube, and I find great people like you guys, and that's super nice. So with all my love and all my... I'm out! Rise and shine. Live your dreams. Live your big story. Live your big story, and make sure what he says. My bro, on his channel, Wanderlust Estate, he goes around with his van. He used to have a RV. He doesn't have a RV anymore, but he goes around with his van. James, I think it's James, his name. And he's really great. He's a survivor of a brain tumor. And anyway, he has a channel, and he goes around. And I like him. I'm telling you, I like now to watch things like that. I like people that live their big story. That's what he says at the end of his video. I find him so great. I love his smile. I love his great. He has such a great vibe, the guy. I sent him a message. He didn't reply yet. But yeah, big up James. I think that's his name. Wanderlust Estate. Check him out. He's a survivor of cancer or tumor or something like that, and he decided to take his life to another level and live his big story and share it with the world. And that's what we should do. All of us live our big story and do the best we can every day to reduce world sucks. That's what he says. Do something every day positive to reduce world sucks. That's our mission. So rise and shine, people.